It's time to start the show.
Aga Prime reigns supreme.
Aga Prime here, and I decided I'm gonna give you guys a behind the scenes look at what goes into these Runi animations you're seeing all over Twitter. Let's get into it. Welcome. In this edition of How to Build a Runi, we're gonna be looking into a Runi animation I made for DarkestNyte. Met him at Splinterfest, great guy, and with a name like DarkestNyte, his Runi needs to be something special. I'm thinking the Runi Capped Crusader. So to begin, as always, we begin by importing our media files. Once our media files are imported, now it's time to go ahead and get started. On the screen, you see the cape image that I created, but if we're being honest, it's not perfect. So I want to add some effects in to see if we can't add a little bit of polish to this cape before it goes into animation. First, I want to use a dimension blur, and this is really neat because it allows me to adjust not only the intensity of the blur, but also its zoom in. Through the manipulation, I can make the cape look more natural and less painted. Alright, I like how the cape is coming together. Let's move to the next image. So if you're familiar with Batman, he has an iconic stance where he's holding the cape over his face. I figured we would recreate that. Now we're gonna incorporate some effects in there to make it look like an authentic cape made for a Runi Capped Crusader. For this cape image, I wanna add some dramatics. So let's darken it up, add a little bit of movement, which will add to the suspense of the scene. That's it, that's perfect, I like it. Now we have a cape befitting our Runi Capped Crusader. Alright, you know the drill. Let's go ahead and export it, clear the task plane, and we're gonna move on to the last major thing we need to do before animations. We gotta get the cowl. So in looking around, I thought the Lego Batman mask or cowl was the perfect one for this Runi Capped Crusader. So let's go ahead and crop the head as best we can. Now that we have the head isolated, what we want to do is we want to cut out the part that shows the Lego Batman's face, and we want to insert our Runi in its place. Using the chroma key settings, we're gonna use the dripper to select the color of the face, and using the chroma key settings, we're gonna isolate and remove that color from the image. Now that we have the cowl correct, let's bring his Runi head into the task plane and fit it into frame. So we have the Runi head in place, I like it. Let's move these up so that we can just create some extra planes. You can do it through the menus, but this is just simpler in practice. And let's go ahead and add in those other Runi faces I created. When you are creating images for your animation, it's important to keep the images around the same size. That way, once you fit one of them in the frame, all you have to do is copy the effect, paste it on the other images, and they'll all be fit to frame. DarkestNyte's Runi has a little bit of nasal drippage. So let's animate the drip and give this Runi some personality. You know the drill. Next stop, keyframing. Now that we've animated in the drip, I just got an idea for something cool. I can see a lightning strike, and as it happens, his face flashes through the crowd. So still working with keyframes, let's add in a transparency effect so that we can see the flash. I like it. Let's add a couple tweaks in to get it just right. Only thing left is to get rid of the extra. So let's put an image mask on and cut the image to just the crowd. With the crowd finished up, this makes a good spot to stop for part 1. I want to remind you, this takes time. There's no shortcuts. This video has been sped up, but with some effort and attention, you can make some amazing things in Filmora. Tune in for part 2 where we go to the next step of this Runi Capped Crusader animation. I'll see you in the next one. You've made it to the end. Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please drop me a like. Click the subscribe button and click that notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload more. That's all for this one.
Bang, bang, won't stop till we
Aga Prime, out.